Welcome back to the Calm Mind channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's not only crucial for professional success, but also for personal growth and community development. Yes, you guessed it right, we're talking about leadership. Leadership is everywhere. It's in our workplaces, our homes, our communities, and even within ourselves. But what does it mean to be a leader? Is it about having a fancy title or being in a position of power? Or is it something more, something that can be nurtured and developed, regardless of where we stand in life? In this video, we're going to debunk some common misconceptions about leadership, explore the key qualities of effective leaders, and provide practical tips on how you can develop your leadership skills. Whether you're a CEO, a student, a parent, or someone who wants to make a difference in your community, this video is for you. So, are you ready to unleash your inner leader? Let's get started. Understanding leadership. Now that we've set the stage, let's dive deeper into understanding what leadership truly means. Leadership, at its core, is the ability to guide, inspire, and influence others towards achieving a common goal. It's not about authority or power, but about fostering growth, collaboration, and success. But why is leadership so important? Well, effective leadership is the backbone of any successful team or organization. It drives innovation, fosters a positive culture, and helps individuals and teams reach their full potential. But there are some common misconceptions about leadership that we need to address. Firstly, many people believe that leaders are born, not made. This simply isn't true. Leadership is a skill that can be developed and honed, just like any other. Secondly, some think that you need to be in a position of power to be a leader. Again, this is a myth. Leadership is about influence, not authority. You can be a leader in any role, at any level. By understanding what leadership truly is, and debunking these myths, we can start to see that leadership is within everyone's reach. Leadership is a skill. Now, let's delve into one of the most important aspects of leadership, the fact that it's a skill that can be developed. Just like learning to play an instrument or mastering a new language, developing leadership skills takes time, practice, and a willingness to learn. Leadership is not a trait that only a select few are born with. It's a set of skills and behaviors that can be learned, practiced, and improved over time. But what's the difference between a born leader and a developed leader? Well, a born leader might naturally exhibit some leadership qualities, but without continuous learning and growth, their potential may remain untapped. On the other hand, a developed leader consciously works on enhancing their leadership skills. They seek feedback, learn from their mistakes, and continuously strive to improve. So, whether you're a natural at leading or you're just starting to explore your leadership potential, remember this: leadership is a journey of continuous learning and growth. And the good news is, it's a journey that's open to everyone. Characteristics of effective leaders. Now that we understand that leadership is a skill that can be developed, let's delve into the key characteristics that make a leader effective. Effective leaders typically exhibit 5 key qualities: communication, empathy, resilience, vision, and integrity. Let's break these down. Firstly, communication. Great leaders are great communicators. They are able to clearly convey their thoughts and ideas, listen actively, and foster open dialogue. Next, empathy. Effective leaders understand and share the feelings of others. They create an environment where everyone feels valued and heard. Then, we have resilience. Leadership often involves facing challenges and setbacks. Resilient leaders are able to bounce back from these, learn from their experiences, and keep moving forward. Vision is another crucial quality. Leaders have a clear, compelling vision of the future. They inspire others by sharing this vision and guiding them towards it. Finally, integrity. Leaders with integrity are honest, transparent, and consistent in their actions. They earn the trust of their team and lead by example. These are just a few of the many qualities that effective leaders possess. But remember, these are skills that can be developed. How to develop leadership skills. Now that we've identified the key qualities of effective leaders, let's explore how you can develop these leadership skills. Firstly, it's important to understand your current leadership style. Are you more of a directive leader, or do you lean towards a more collaborative approach? Self-assessment tools and feedback from peers can be invaluable in this process. Once you've identified your leadership style, you can start working on areas of improvement. To improve your communication skills, practice active listening, ask for feedback, and work on being clear and concise in your messaging. Developing empathy involves understanding different perspectives, showing genuine interest in others, and creating an inclusive environment. Building resilience requires a positive mindset, learning from failures, and developing coping strategies for stress. To create a compelling vision, you need to understand your team's goals, align them with the organization's objectives, and communicate this vision effectively. And finally, leading with integrity means being honest, consistent, and transparent in your actions. Remember, trust is earned over time through consistent behavior. Developing leadership skills is a journey, not a destination. It requires continuous learning, practice, and feedback. But with dedication and effort, you can become the leader you aspire to be. Motivating and inspiring others. Now that we've explored how to develop leadership skills, let's delve into one of the most rewarding aspects of leadership: motivating and inspiring others. Great leaders don't just lead, they inspire. They ignite passion, motivate action, and encourage their team to reach their full potential. But how do they do this? Let's explore some practical tips. Firstly, leaders inspire by setting a clear, compelling vision. They paint a picture of the future that excites and motivates their team. Next, they lead by example. They walk the talk, demonstrating the values and behaviors they expect from their team. Effective leaders also empower their team. They provide the resources, support, and autonomy needed for their team members to succeed. Finally, they recognize and appreciate their team's efforts. A simple thank you or a well done can go a long way in boosting morale and motivation. Let's look at some real-life examples. Leaders like Elon Musk inspire with their visionary ideas. Leaders like Jacinda Ardern lead with empathy and authenticity. And leaders like Satya Nadella empower their teams to innovate and grow. Remember, as a leader, your words and actions have the power to motivate and inspire. Use this power wisely. Making tough decisions. Leadership often involves making tough decisions. Let's explore how effective leaders navigate these challenging situations. Decision-making is a crucial part of leadership. Whether it's deciding on a strategy, resolving a conflict, or making a hiring or firing decision, leaders are often faced with difficult choices. So, how do effective leaders make tough decisions? Let's break it down. Firstly, they gather information. They seek input from their team, research the issue, and consider all available data before making a decision. Next, they weigh the pros and cons. They consider the potential impact of each option, not just in the short term, but also in the long term. Once they've made a decision, they communicate it clearly and effectively. They explain the reasoning behind the decision and how it aligns with the team or organization's goals. Finally, they handle the consequences of the decision. Whether the outcome is positive or negative, they take responsibility, learn from the experience, and use it to inform future decisions. Remember, making tough decisions is part of the leadership journey. It may not always be easy, but with practice, you can develop the skills and confidence to navigate these situations effectively. Conclusion. As we wrap up our comprehensive guide to leadership development, let's take a moment to recap what we've learned. We've explored the true meaning of leadership, debunked common leadership myths, and established that leadership is a skill that can be developed by anyone, regardless of their position or title. We've identified the key qualities of effective leaders: communication, empathy, resilience, vision, and integrity, and provided practical tips on how you can develop these skills. We've also discussed how leaders can motivate and inspire others, and how they navigate the process of making tough decisions. Remember, leadership is a journey of continuous learning and growth. It's about influencing others, fostering a positive environment, and guiding your team towards a common goal. Whether you're a CEO, a student, a parent, or someone who wants to make a difference in your community, you have the potential to be a great leader. So, start your leadership development journey today and unleash your inner leader. Thank you for joining us on this journey. We hope you found this guide helpful and inspiring. Stay tuned for our next video in the leadership series, where we'll delve deeper into each of these topics. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep leading. See you next time.